Smith, the champion in 1998. He's there, number 33, Jason Stott, the champion in 1997, rides number 94, Jason right on the inside, and away we go, and it's Jason Stott, superstar, but on the inside of Jason Stott is Steve Sorrid, and Jason Stott and Richard Smith right around the outside, coming into second place. They come back on the inside, and they're absolutely neck and neck, and it's Jason who leads, Richard Smith in second. What a tremendous battle between these two. Back at the British final in 1994, I know they had a coming together, and Jason went down. Stop on the outside, they swap. Behind them in third place, let's not forget the rest, is Steve Sorrid, and behind Steve Sorrid, number 26 is Colin Howe. Everybody's there. Jason Stott on the inside, they touch on the top turn, and Richard Smith goes down. We've lost the champion on the top turn, Richard Smith on the floor. And he's got to be very happy about that. Well, literally out of the championship, first one is off to them. Taking the checkered flag comes number 94, Jason Stott. He wins it. Second place goes to number 63. Behind with number 75, Lee Street. Wow, wow, wow. These two again get a little bit too close, and I'm not saying that was a problem for Richard or a problem for Jason, but go on, riding very, very close to each other, and Richard Smith loses it. So race 3 goes to number 94, Jason Stott. So the lineup right on the inside, with what appears to be the preferred gate, Lester Goodwin, Clive Goodwin, next to them Sean Chick and Guy Mitchell, then Gary Lloyd, Trevor Stewart, Paul Moorcock, and right on the outside Jim Rowlands. Incidentally, after this meeting, Sean Chick's going to pack it all in, Chris Hall's going to pack it all in, and they're going road racing with a chair. Chris is going to drive, Sean's going to... on the outside, Goodwin's on the inside, and Gary Lloyd gets there. Gary Lloyd then takes it up. Goodwin's in second place. So, come on. They're always hard up the inside. Gary will know that, and Gary will hold that tight line. Gary Lloyd it is then, from the Goodwins. Behind them is Trevor and Ronnie Stewart in third place, but it's still Gary Lloyd out in front with JP. In fourth place, so Gary Lloyd, never a British champion, always there or thereabouts, leads this one by about 20 metres, and look at Ronnie and Stewart. The Stewarts pushing incredibly hard, and they're going to get the Goodwins if they can. Hold it in tight, Gary, and you'll get this one. Yes, he does. Gary Lloyd, Dave Higgins winning, the Goodwin second, the Stewart third, Jimmy Rowlands in fourth, fifth place goes to Sean Chick, and sixth place goes to Paul Walker. Gary Lloyd then, he gets it. Goodwin second, Stewart third, Jimmy Rowlands fourth, and in fifth place Sean Chick. My first deliberate mistake of the afternoon. Well, that was an exciting one. Gary and Dave. Well, well, well. A lot of supporters for them here today, I know. The Goodwin second and third goes to the Stewarts. Wow, race 8. That was an exciting one.
Made the best choices as they come off that start line for the first time, and it's a fantastic start for John Halsey as he goes into that first turn with a considerable lead on the rest of the field. Rustling is up there in second place. That's Matthew Tyrrell in third at the moment, and into the pit bend they go for the first time. So John Halsey and Jason Glennie, who've had some fantastic rides already this season. They've finished the 1998 season on a high, and they look to be continuing in that vein as they come around that. There's all the changings going on a bit further down the circuit. Dave Steer having a terrific battle at the back with Sean Conway Baker. But as our eyes now turn to the front, Rustling is putting John Halsey under pressure. Rustling indeed has found a quick line round the outside, and has he got the lead as they come off the turn? John Halsey to go wide. All sorts of problems to Rustling as he joins the circuit again. But I'm sure that you could all see on that top corner what was happening. John Halsey wanted that lead as he was going so quick, pulled around that top turn by Rustling. And as they come off the top turn again, it's going to be the Nick Tyrrell. So in fact we have lost Matthew Tyrrell up on that top bend. That's really unfortunate for Matthew Tyrrell and Jamie Bree.
I think it's one of the best grass burn we ever ride it.
The 10th start the Bonfire Burn-up for 1999. It was Jason Crumbs that had gone back to the pits. He now comes to the line. Will he be the challenger to Gert Riss in this first race? Can any of the others get the break on the start line into that first turn? Hold everybody else up. First time it's Jason Crumbs, not the best for the start. Crumbs goes wide into that first bend and he's gone very wide. Gert Riss all really outside. Countryman Herbert Rudolph has got the lead at the moment. So Wolseley starting to get away from the rest of the Number 20, Herbert Rudolph, a rider that we didn't know too much about before this afternoon. They said he is an up-and-coming star in Germany, and he's about to do it exactly. On the inside, tries to make the lead, but Herbert comes back to him. He's been forced to go wide, and Herbert now takes the lead as he goes up the back straight. This afternoon, he gets second, Jason Crumbs in third. Oh, what a tremendous race this after 1999 burn-up. That's the sort of racing we're in for this afternoon. I'll remind you that he has played first time out, so he will want to score well again this time. He doesn't need to have a zero score in his second ride. So the ride has been brought to the tape once again. Starters move away, up go the tapes, and we get underway with the restart. And any sort of advantage going into that first turn, if anybody. Oh, it was Kelvin Tatum that took over in the middle of the bend, that's for sure, as they go down that back straight. It really was anybody thinking that in time. Calvin Tatum setting the pace. Trevor Banks in second at the moment. Scott in third. McBroom in fourth. He's going with some work to do back in fifth place. But he's already closing up on Mitch Gordon as Mitch goes slightly wide and Steve Schofield moves through on the inside. Mitch comes back at him though. He's not going to let him go that easy. And now Stevie Schofield has to look to go after Mick Braun. Trevor Banks is over his shoulder. Knows he's got some strong defenders behind him. Braun goes to the right line into this contact. Slightly gave him the advantage in the middle of the bend, but each has to turn that much kinder. Trevor Banks kept a much smoother line, keeps it going down the back straight, still holding second. Calvin Tatum, though, let's not forget, is getting away from all of that battle that's going on. Steve Schofield now looks for the outside line into this top turn. Mick Braun goes for a straight line on this top end, and he's closed in the middle of the bend. He's gone wide and Steve Schofield comes through. Well, problems for Calvin Tatum as he slows on this bottom turn. I think he's got a puncher. Does that mean he's still going to get a win? He looks over his shoulders. Trevor Banks just gets him. So what terrific skill from Calvin Tatum. He's fighting to hang on to that machinery. He's felt that tyre go, brilliantly held on to it, and then indeed kept going to the line. You'll know that he's shot. Nick Notarine, who had a ride at the Grand Slam last week, did get plagued by machinery problems, but looked a very, very capable rider, as indeed we know he is. Fred Werner from the USA, more of a speedway man, but knows he can perform on tracks like this. Joe Screen and Paul Hurry, not forgetting of course Jeremy Doncaster. I'm sure he's got a few fans out there. Tremendous ride down at the Clayton Williams final meeting at Ledbury. Can he do it this afternoon? He's made the best of his start. Joe Green goes through on the inside of him. Paul Hurry is on the inside as well. It's Donkey that's caught in the middle of the front two. Up in second. So then Nick Notarine was the rider that got the better of the start, so was out there with Paul Hurry. Paul Hurry, well, all that has been going on, it's got away from them, and Paul Hurry looks in very deserving moves. Screen round the outside, on through on the outside. Joe Green coming through, but Joe looks very determined to go second. Doncaster again, he accelerates off that bottom turn. Joe Green. Joe Green in second, Jeremy Doncaster in third, then Nick Notarine in fourth place. Well, that's exactly the sort of start that the fans of Paul Hurry would want to see. Away then, with a race victory. Race, a couple of changes. In comes number 282, Mick Dowling, in place of number 24, John Jeffries. In place of Simon Cross, we've got number 11, Paul Cooper. So two rider replacements going in race 8, Mick Dowling and Paul Cooper in place of John Jeffries and Simon Cross. Oh, they're to the line. Remind you that Jeremy Doncaster goes in this one. He had a win first time out. Away they go as they watch them get away into that top in front. Looks like possibly has got to the front. Check them as they go down the back straight, as they're all closing in on him as they go into this bottom turn. It wasn't Andy Sell that was leading, but now Jeremy Doncaster has come back at him, and it is Jem that gets to the front. Number 95, Jason Hanley. Jason Hanley doesn't want to get Jeremy Doncaster and let him get away from him, does he? Down the back straight he goes, and indeed looks to be going just as quick as Jeremy Doncaster. But Jeremy looks absolutely tremendous form at the moment. Problems for Andy Sell, he falls down on the bottom end. Goes up in the third, Mike Dowling at the moment, the right to replace. Terrific ride from Mike Dowling. Great shame for Andy Sell as he falls up. A terrific start. Letting Jeremy Doncaster get away. He comes at him again and gets underneath him. Early certainly let Jeremy Doncaster know he's there as he's gone into the last lap. Goes to the outside line on this top bit. Comes back underneath. Goes to the inside line on the far straight. I'm wondering whether Jeremy Doncaster would react. Turn, he's going to have a go once again as they come towards the flag. Jeremy Doncaster gets it. Jason Hanley in second. Bill Ashcroft in third. Mike Dowling in fourth. And Paul Cooper in fifth. So we move on to race 5, the second heat of the sidecar competition. Coming to the line, number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Stuart Lee Amos. Number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Shorrocks. 87, Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. 74 is Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. And 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. Looks like Duncan Tolhurst has made a good start and got to the lead as he goes into that first spin. To try and find a way from the inside, but Duncan keeping a very good line at the moment. Holds it tight again as he goes in that top bend. Dave Steer is forced to go wide. That's going to leave a gap on the inside. I think Craig Cheatham might have found a way through as he's looking on the inside of Dave Steer. And the difficulty is Dave Steer is travelling quicker. He's trying to find a way through. Struggling with on this bottom turn. One more lap to go, so not too much wrong at the moment. Knows that Dave Steer is looking to make a challenge. Tries to make sure that... Steer has been challenging around the outside. It's a long way to go, but he's certainly going to have a go. Duncan Tolhurst takes the win. Dave Steer with a very close second. And Craig Cheatham in third.
Neil Taylor. There's some quick ones in this. Phil Ransom in the green, a good start, but Phil going backwards at the moment in his start man. they go into the bottom turn. It is Atkin leading by a whisker from Neil Taylor, putting him under pressure. Then Tolly, then Rumsey, then Phil Ranson, and behind Phil Ranson is Lee Dave. But look at this, Tony Atkin. And Tony goes wide, and here comes Taylor. Neil Taylor it is up the inside. Tremendous stuff. Taylor takes it up, back in second, Tony third, Rumsey in fourth, and Dave Rumsey. With a lap to go. 10 metres, then Tony Atkins. Then the fine 16-year-old. Ryan Tolley and behind. Ryan Tolley another. Tony up the inside. And Tony Atkin gets there from Neil Taylor and Dave Rumsey. And we've lost. We have Ryan Tolley back before. Well, I will say that they will never ever come back. Superstar. Absolutely superstar.
Who's made the best of the starts. Alan Blewett's coming underneath him though. Terrific start from Alan and John Blewett. And as they go into that first turn, they start to sort themselves out. John Blewett then, knowing they've got to make a better go of it this time after a disastrous first ride, doing exactly that at the moment. Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, of course, had a win first time out. They're exactly where they want to be. Round off that pit bend, Rob Wilson reacts and John Halsey thinks, well, I've got to stay with those two as well, as they go up the back straight and into this top turn. Kenny Howell is still there in fourth spot at the moment. As the two of them break going up the back straight, this is going to be a close finish as Alan and John Blewett go through on the inside. Rob Wilson says, no, that's going to be mine as he closes on this top end, but Blewett comes back again. They cross over as they come. Rob Wilson and Tony Miles get second. John Halsey and Jason Glennie can only watch what's going on in front of them. So yet again, Alan and John Blewett pull it out of the bag here at the Berks Bonanza. The first two heats of the sidecars. We now move to race 6, and quickly spotted there that number 15 Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall have come in. There's no number 7 Paul Johnson. He had gearbox problems and was hoping to have got a new gearbox in before this race, but unfortunately he's missed this first heat. We keep our fingers crossed that he can get into his second ride. show the tapes, and it is. Ira Matthews has made a good start. Richard Thomas is there as well. He's on the outside. He's up in second place. In that bottom turn, Gary Jackson looking for a way through. Ira Matthews though, with the lead at the moment, goes into the top turn. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley in second place. Still with a great track going on. He's gone the long way around that bottom turn. Alan Blewett knows he's there, trying to keep the door shut. Gary Jackson goes through. Gary Jackson's going to go after Alan. Keeps going. As we look to the front, and there's one more lap to go. Ira Matthews and Simon Wall lead from Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley in second. Now, can Richard Thomas get the win? He closes right up on Ira Matthews. Knows that Ira Matthews will possibly go wide. Not going to do it for him this time. Ira takes the win. Richard Thomas in second. Gary Jackson in third.
Jason Hand, taken by number 37, Alan Bagshaw. So the lineup is Ricky Scarborough, Kevin Buck, Chris Malone, Stuart Dent, Alan Bagshaw, Thomas Rowley, Wayne Broadhurst, Ian Guttridge, Ricky Scarborough, always quick, number 18 on the inside grid. Wayne Broadhurst, good ride first time out. Wayne Glenn Bettany has for a while. Outside, but it is Chris Malone, a good start, but it's Ricky Scarborough who takes it up. Wayne Broadhurst second. Back in third place there, Chris Malone. But as we look to our left, it is out in front, number 18, Ricky Scarborough. Wayne Broadhurst in second, challenging on the inside, Kevin Buck. He takes up third place from Chris Malone, number 64. There on the inside of Ricky Scarborough. If Ricky goes wide, Wayne is going to be at the inside, but no. Switches, Wayne switches to the outside. Scarborough, Broadhurst, Kevin Buck, and behind Kevin Buck. Race together many times as they go into the last lap, and again Broadhurst tries on the outside. Scarborough, Broadhurst, Malone and Kevin Buck up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Scarborough gets it. Broadhurst second. That was great stuff. Kevin Buck third, Chris Malone in fourth, behind in fifth place, Stuart Dent, number 73. While we said at the start of the meeting, today's meeting, we're going to see some top-class racing on the 1200.
for Mark Edwards. Where is he? He's in the middle of the track. He's got Gary Jackson on his outside, and it's Gary Jackson who just noses in front going into the first turn. Mark Edwards is up there in second place. Looks for a tight line. Mark Edwards chases after Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh as they go down that back straight. Mark Edwards looking to make a challenge. He's gone the long way round. Will he cut back underneath and look for a tight exit off this bend? He stays wide. So great to see Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh on the sort of form that we got used to seeing them a year ago, and problems to Mark Edwards. Oh, Mark Edwards has pulled out on the bottom bend. Has he got it going again? It's certainly cut out in that bend. Both he and Miles Simmons put their arms in the air. Oh, can they pick up that? Goes up in that pit bend. Rustling has gone after Duncan Toller, so it is a challenge for second place. Duncan Toller and Tony Baisby in second. It's not a course, it's Colin Hill on the back of Duncan Toller. As they come round on that. Take second, Rustling and Graham Ashby take third. Wrong commission. Just let you know what's actually happening out there, I think. That's the easy option. So, race 10 then. The first of the sidecars, or their second ride. Oh, they get underway, and Duncan Tollus, of course, had a win first time out. Can he make it 2 out of 2? He's got the lead as he goes into that first turn. He's got Victoria. And Colin Hill come around that bottom turn. Mick Toll is looking to have a go as he gets close to him coming out of that bottom turn. Kenny Hamill and John Richards still there in third. It's Colin Blackburn and Martin Bailey. It's a dangerous game to play. You really want to keep the machinery going as quick as you possibly can. As I say that, he speeds up past me. Again, Mick Toll gets close in that top bend. Closing. And again, Mick Toll looks to have a go. One more lap to go. Can Duncan Tollers and Colin Hill make it 2 out of 2? They go round that top bend. Kenny Hamill, but as they come towards the line, it's all going to be about second victory for Duncan Tollus and Simon Beanie. Mick Toll and Tony Baisby take second.
Danny right in the middle. Pete Rowland's right on the inside. Next to them, Simon Beard, Stephen Ashby. Next to them, Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Working outwards, Gary Lloyd and Dave Higgins, and Andy Hopkins, Gordon Langford, and right on the outside, Steve Kenchington and Andy Robert, and Danny Hogg with his hand in the air. Whatever the problem is, I don't know. Raz just pulling back a little bit. Away we go. Good start from Gary and Dave. Gary and Dave lead into the first turn. Andy Hopkins there and Gordon Langford in second. Third place, Steve Kenchington. That's the 1, 2, 3. Raz back in fourth. Well, coming under pressure from Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford, and I said earlier there is nobody better at coming from the back than Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford, but Gary holding that nice tight line as long as you're holding them. Going to the top turn for the second time again. Gary, nice tight line, but here comes Hopkins in third place. Steve Kensington and Andy Hopkins isn't beaten yet. Gary Lloyd it is then who holds. Andy Hopkins turns it over on the bottom turn, and we got a red flag. The race is stopped. Well, Andy he's always a hard man coming from the back, and that time a little bit too hard perhaps, and nowhere to go. And Andy Hopkins crashes on the top turn, but he looks well, they don't look to be too bad. Just let's hope that Gary Lloyd and Dave Higgins are okay. That will be a rerun. Clark, of course, will decide who goes in the rerun. But they've only done 2 runs. The rules are, if you've done 3, the result stands. But that one, well, stopped after 2 runs. So Andy Hopkins, Gordon Langford getting some attention on the top turn. And the rest of them just going back to the start. And certainly will be having a rerun.
So we move to Heat 6 for the internationals. Get a little bit of a break, and we see going in this one additions to your program. Number 11 is Matt Reed. Matt had a terrific second place first time out. Paul Fry, of course, also from GB, goes as rider number 7. He had a win first time out. In yellow and black, Uppy Boss is on the outside and comes around into second place. Oh, we've lost a rider and a machine on the far side. Indeed, once again, I think we're going to see the red flag in the interest of safety. Oh, that could have been an interesting dice between Uppy Boss and Paul Fry. Pleased to see that back up on his feet is the youngster Matt Reed, and they will obviously continue to check him over, hence the reason he goes into the ambulance. But certainly a great relief to all of you on the far side who saw that horrific coming together. As we now see the riders coming to the gate for the restart of race 18. Vince Kinchin taking the second grid, Paul Fry on this far outside. As they get underway, those 2 riders get away from the other 3 in that first bend. And Paul Fry has gone all the way around the outside. So Uppy Boss has now got to do the chasing as they come into this bottom turn. Paul Fry had a win first time out, looking to be in control, but Uppy Boss is a very strong competitor. He will chase him all the way to the line. But it's third place and Reed leading those back 3, but Uppy Boss has gone through. So a tremendous race on our hands now as Paul Fry has got to try and react to Uppy Boss, who both had wins first time out. Around the pit bend they come, and Uppy Boss has gone wide. Paul Fry sees the advantage, and Paul Fry will possibly a much better line into this top end. He takes advantage of it, but Uppy Boss is very, very quick. Paul Fry again has come back, and Paul Fry just jumps in front down the back straight. Into the bottom turn they go once again. What sort of line will Paul Fry take? He keeps it tight, keeps it fast. Uppy Boss goes even tighter, but he's lost the momentum. Means that Paul Fry has moved away. Vince Kinchin has done well to come through up into third place in front of rider number 14, Philippe Postian. So terrific riding once again from the British representation as Paul Fry comes round off the pit bend. There's time to look over his shoulder. He takes his second checkered flag this afternoon. Robbie Boss finishes in second. Vince Kinsey goes over the line in third. And Billy Montier in fourth. Second place first time out. Just on the inside of them we've got number 3, Alan and John Blewett. And Paul Johnson has indeed come out. So, well, that certainly has proved to be interesting because it now means that we've used 2 track reserves. And I wonder, does he know something about the riders in race 12? Will he perhaps get a ride then? But at the moment, no ride for Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall, who did get a win first time out. So Paul Johnson has got his gearbox problem sorted. He joins the line for the first time this afternoon. Starter moves away, up go the tape, and Richard Thomas has made a good one from the outside. Now Mark Edwards has been caught at the gate, and you've got Gary Jackson in the lead at the moment. As he watches the front 2 get away from him down this finishing straight. So Gary Jackson holding second at the moment from Mark Edwards. And you'll remember, Paul Johnson at the moment at the back of the field trying to get a position, but Richard Thomas has got very, very close to Gary Jackson. He looks to try and find a way through. As Gary going into the last lap, exactly where they want to be. They're leading. As Richard Thomas again gets very close to Gary Jackson. As they come towards the checkered flag, Richard Thomas has found a gap on the inside. It's going to be close to the line. Well, that was very, very close. Richard Thomas had picked his gap and come through on the inside. Oh, we shouldn't ignore that Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby took the win, but I look over the shoulders and that's got that second.
It's heat 3, and they all go together in the first turn. We've got Paul Cooper, Colin Howe, Paul Simmons, Steve Mander, Steve Shires, Mark first time out of his fourth place. His motor just wouldn't pull. He's put his dad's engine in. He had a win in his second ride, and here comes Paul Cooper up the inside of Steve Sired. This is the lad I'm tipping to go great places. Paul Cooper it is. Steve Sired on the outside, but Steve Sired holds him up. Cooper right on the tail of Steve Sired, and there's a bump up there, and Paul Cooper heads it, but it's still Sired. Cooper stop. That's the 1, 2, 3 into the bottom turn. A little bit of dust now on the bottom turn, but here comes Cooper around the outside of Paul. Cooper again hits the bump, but it's still Steve Sired as they go into the last lap. Cooper in second, Jason Scott in third, and Jason Scott trying all he knows to go around the outside of these two, but it's Cooper down. inside, and Cooper's going to get it on, is he? No, Jason Stott. Paul Cooper gets it. Jason Stott second. Third place goes to Steve Syrit. Tremendous 1, 2, 3 that. Behind them in fourth place was Steve Mander, number 951, and behind Steve Mander was Colin Howe. Second win of the afternoon there from the youngster from York. The kid really steps in and he's full of confidence. Wins his second race of the afternoon. As I say, unfortunately, first time out, his motor wouldn't go, and he's put his dad's motor in. So Paul Cooper wins race 19 by a whisker in a time of 1 minute 32.72. 1 minute 32.72.
The last of the riders being pulled into line. That looks like Tony Atkin is the last to make it to the gate. Steve Schofield still not quite on the tapes. He comes into line, the starters move away. Up go the tapes, and who's made the best of the start? Well, it is Braun that's got to the front. So from the Netherlands, Mick Braun goes down the back straight with Steve Schofield now chasing after him. That's Tony Atkin in third place. And Tony Atkin just bottom turn. They both chase after Mick Braun and Steve Schofield goes through. Well, Mick Braun obviously threw it over to the side, but he's still going well even without it as he goes on the inside of Tony Atkin. Looking at hang on the second place, Tony Atkin has a go. Terrific Grasstrack from these two, as Mick Braun is proving that the reason he's come back to tremendous riding from him as he holds a very tight line. He's forcing Tony Atkin to go wide all the time. Oh, Tony Atkin again attacks the bottom bend. Tries to now pull across and get a better line on the exit of the bend to stop Braun coming underneath him. Those two together as they go past there. Tony Atkin now looking to just have the advantage. Steve Schofield taking very steadily around that top bend. This is exactly the sort of result that Steve Schofield wanted to get to his second and third places. This will assure him a place in the final, I'm sure. Tony Atkin, I'm not so sure of the places, but it could be valuable when he gets his second. He gets it. Mick Braun in third. Neil Taylor in fourth. John Underwood in fifth. Paul Cooper. So the tape's quickly repaired as the riders have now got themselves to the line for the start of the third leg rides. What can Paul Hurry do this time? Joe Green has gone with him, but it is Paul Hurry that gets to the front as they go to that first turn. He's gone wide and Joe Green has gone through. With the advantage at the moment, but Joe Green very, very close to him. Over very off is the rider in third place. That was the rest of the field behind him. Into the bottom turn he goes. Can't afford to make any errors. Joe Green is very, very close to him. while finishing in 4th place. So, Ferrari back on winning streaks again as he takes his 2nd win this afternoon.
One, Steve Sarrett is right on the outside, they get away, and it's Mark Wadsworth and Richard Smith. Richard Smith on the inside, Mark Wadsworth on the outside, and Mark going wide on the bottom turn, and through on the inside comes Jason Staff. And here comes up, and Jason stopped pushing hard, but Smith back on the inside. Tremendous turn from Richard Smith. He takes it up again. Wadsworth dives through on the inside. Here comes David Knowles trying to come through on the inside of all of them. Fourth, that's the leading bunch as they come off the top bend, and it's Richard Smith again on the inside. Tremendous stuff. Smith, Wadsworth, Stock, that's the 1, 2, 3, then David Knowles, and Jason's on the inside of Mark Wadsworth. Richard Smith on the outside, Mark Wadsworth on the inside, and that's vintage Mark Wadsworth. Tremendous stuff. Wadsworth leads, Smith, Stock, Knowles, and behind them is, well, it's still all right. And here comes Wadsworth up the inside, and who's going to get it? Wow, that is some 250 race. I don't know who won that. Mark Wadsworth, Richard Smith, Jason Stott, David Knowles.
Jim Groom that's got the lead, but only just. Now they change as they go down that back straight because David Zuckun has seen a chance here to pick up some valuable points from the Czechoslovakia. David Zuckun it is that gets to the front. Jim Groom goes after him. I think there's Julian Phipps is scrapping with them as well as they come in. Julian back in 4th place at the moment. Ricky Scarborough in 3rd place. But the front two keep swapping and changing. Jim Groom from the Netherlands just with the lead. But as I say that, it changes once again. David Schuchard gets to the front. Schuchard holds the lead from Jim Groom at the 2nd spot. But Ricky Scarborough must be able to catch these two as he goes down the back straight. Can he put pressure on? Well, around the bottom turn they come once again, and the Czech rider is indeed trying to make this one his, but Jim Groom comes through once again. So with Brother Mike riding in the Berks Bonanza, Jim Groom could be on for maximum points here as he goes down the back straight. Can Ricky Scarborough close up on David Zuckman? Oh, the checker flag is being raised, and it is indeed going to be a win for Thorn. Zuckman does in fact take the 2nd place, and Ricky Scarborough has to be content with 3rd, with Julian Phipps is 4th. So the starters bringing the riders into line once again. Always disappointing for the rider that was leading a race and they have to restart. And I just wonder whether Trevor Banks can make another excellent start. He left everybody standing. Start. And as they break into that first third, it is Donkey that's got the lead. Going around the outside. Cuts back on the racing line now and gets into that bottom bend, leading from the second. At the moment, as he goes to wide, he's looking out the all the way down the next road. Because German Doncaster is desperately trying to make sure he leaves those cameras. And number 7 from Germany, Brent Dana in 4th place.
Race 32. Leicester and Clive Goodwin, they're on 19 points. Number 5, Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford, they're on 17. Number 2, Steve Kenchington and Andy Robertson, they're on 15. Matt Reed and Mike Thorpe, they're on 13. Ryan Palmer and Danny Hogg are on 10. They're number 71, of course, and 91 Keith Drury and Richard Webber on 9. So that's the lineup for the first semi-final. Leicester and Clive Goodwin, 19 points. Andy Hopkins, 17. Steve Kenchington, 15. Matt Reed, 13. Raz Palmer, 10. Keith Drury, 9. First semi-final. We're looking for the Goodwins. Goodwins on the inside. They make the gate. Take it off from in second place there, number 57. And second place there, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe, but it's the Goodwins who lead. Reed in second place. Unusually at the back of the pack at the moment as they come off the bend. Now it's the Goodwins lead in Hopkins up the inside again. On Mike Reed, and it's Hopkins, I think, who'll go through into second place on the bottom turn, but Mike Reed's on the outside. Can Mike Reed hold that second spot or not? As they come off the top bend, there's Steve Kenchington dropping back a little bit, and it's all pretty close to the Goodwins lead. From in second place still, Andy Hopkins in third place there, Keith Drury who's come from the back of the field. Hopkins is not very often you see Andy Hopkins pass from the back, but Drury goes a little bit wide and Hopkins is back through on the inside as they go into the bottom turn for the last time. It's the Goodwins leading by about 20 metres from in second place. Leicester Goodwin and Clive Goodwin, they come off the bend, they take the checkered flag. Second place goes to number 5, Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford. And in third place it was number 91, Keith Drury and Richard Webb. The official results will start in just a moment.